everybody, how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. I just wish to thank everybody again. You're all wonderful people for leaving your comments last night and some this morning on the love heart wicker wreath that we did in green and white. You're all so very kind, and it's very touching and heartwarming of you that it always puts a smile on my face. You're just so kind, generous and lovely. Right, I've got an order and I'm going to do it today. It's from a lady called Catherine, and she would like me to do her a swag for Christmas in purples and gold. I don't know what it is about the gold this year. It must be a trend. She's not particularly bothered how I do it. She's going to leave it to my discretion, but she would like a bow or two bows, and that's it. Nothing more. She's not a florist, so she doesn't know anything about it. She's just seen my designs on my business page and she absolutely loves them. So she's going to leave it in my hands to create her something for Christmas, as she has got her decorations are in purples and golds. So we're going to, and that's all it says on the invoice. So we're going to do it. And I thought, let's do it for this lady. So I've got to try and drink my coffee today, guys. I'm going to go through what we've done. We've got this swag where I've attached, as you know, I like to do some flocked pine needles off of a garland, and I've cut it and attached it down the centre and then attached it with cable ties at the back. And I do that just to give it a bit more, you know, different tones of the spruce, with the spruce and also with the pine needles, and to give it a little bit of a frosted look. I've not put it up here because I'm going to place a bow there. So I thought the bow will hide it, and plus there's going to be things around there as well, so I won't place one there. I'm considering placing one, oh, I've got something on there. I'm considering placing one at the bottom as well. So I have used like a lilac colour ribbon, and I've done it just simple. She didn't ask what sort of bow, she didn't say what sort of bow, so I decided to do quite a simple bow. I didn't want to do two big bulky bows which are going to take all the room, so I've done just two of these. That is 6-inch, that is 5-inch loop, and that is a 3-inch in the centre to cover our mechanics. I've done tail ends and just slightly turned them under, and I've not turned these ones under yet, but I've also got gold with a few gold polka dots on as well, just for tail ends, not as loops. So I've done two of those. One's bigger than the other. This one's got 5-inch. This one's got 4-inch. Well, not 4-inch, sorry. Just over, between 4 and 4.5 inch. I've placed these. And then this one also has 3 in the centre to cover our mechanics. And then the same with just added tail ends in at the bottom. So I've done two. I'm trying to make my mind up whether to place the big one there and the small one there. So hence the reason I've not put the garland right up to the top. And then with it being thinner down here, I want the smaller one, because the bigger one will just look slightly out of place with it being quite wide. So I'm going to do it like that. And on the inside of the lilac one, it's got gold, so that's perfect. So they're our bows. I thought I'd do them in advance to get them out of the way. Right, I've got some spiky fern. I want to use it with it being like a limey green, again a different tone of green, just for the floral and maybe some of the other things I've got to bounce off of this lighter green. So we've got that. I've cut down just one stem of the, well, not one full stem, half of one stem, should I say, of our tree pine. I've cut some where they are single like that, and then I've left some where they've got more than one leaf. There's the single, and then the one with the more than one, let me just get that down, is that. And I want to place these up above. So that's what we've got for those. I've also got out my dusted twined fern from Lily Jades, which I adore. And I thought, again, as I like movement, I'm going to place some of this in for the movement. And it is slightly, I don't know, waxed or flocked, but, you know, just a little bit, not much, but I like that. I have got these out again, the sage leaves, because I do like to soften things up. I tend to like to place these around the edge, or, you know, around the sides. I could use lamb's ear for the inside, but because it's quite, you know, of a cluster, I don't want it to take too much room up. Now I have got my glitter bay leaves. I love bay leaves. I've cut down 2 stems down into 4 little pieces because I'm considering placing them around the centre, so I don't want them long like that, sticking out. So I want things like this to go around the edge. So I've just cut 4 little pieces off of 2 separate stems. So if I can get those back in. So we've got those as well. I've also got in purple, which I've sprayed and I've had to wait to dry, some birch. I forgot. Some birch, maybe again for movement, either around or in. We'll have to see. We may not even place it in, but we'll just see what effect we get with it. Now I've got some just green ivy instead of the variegated. This was off a garland again. I like to buy garlands and then pull off the leaves and place them on single picks because I can get more. I bought 2 big garlands at 8 foot. One I'll keep as a garland. The other one I've taken some, not all, but just some of the leaves off and placed on single picks. So what's left of that garland will be used for the picks only. This jacket just keeps falling off my shoulders. I've also again got out my mountain pine. I may use these, I may not. We'll see how full it becomes, and if so, I'll place some of this in. Now yesterday I said I've got some flocked foliage coming, pine needles. Well, they've arrived, and I also forgot that I ordered cypress leaves flocked as well. I think there's a bag of, let's have a look. Oh, you've got to read all the way down. 50. A bag of 50 here. Oh, I didn't turn it upside down. Let me just hold it. Of the flocked cypress leaves. So I want to add a little bit of a Christmas theme with this in as well. Now I have got out my gold, well, some of them, I've got a lot up there, hydrangeas. Now I'm not sure because I only have got taken out one purple poinsettia, and I'm considering placing that around here in between the two bows. So I was wondering whether to place these around the side going up. Again, we'll have a look as we go along. I may change my mind. Now I've got these guys, peacock feathers in gold. There's 5 on one stem. They are quite long, and I'm considering bringing those on the outer side as well. They are metallic. They're not glittered or anything, but they are lovely. Look at those. So we've got those. I've also got out, just in case, I may use these peacock feathers as well from Lily Jades in gold to go around the edge. I may cut them down so they're not sticking out as long, and just add in the odd swirly bit around the edge. Now I wanted to add some baubles or Christmas ornaments. So I've got out 3 each of the purple, the ones where they're cut out, and then this lovely ridge effect, and very soft and smooth. And the cut out one is very glittered. So I thought I may add some of those, or one of each, or who knows, all of them, I don't know. But I've also got out these, they're like, I don't know, what do you call them? What do they call them on the back? No, I can't, it doesn't say. But they're like little hundreds and thousands, when what you'd sprinkle on ice cream. But they are fabulous. I got these from Lily Jades as well. You get 3 balls on one stem. So I may, and you can pull them off because they're on paperback. So I may just pull some off individually instead of using the full pick. So I've got those as well in gold. So that's what we're going to do today. I haven't got lots. I did get my conifer out, I think. Oh, well, I've got all intentions to get my conifer out. One moment, guys. I've got bits here. I've had a delivery of the conifer as well. I don't know why I keep ordering it. Well, I do. It's just to keep myself stocked up with it because it is very popular around here anyway. So I think I've got about, it's got to be about 60, 70 bags. So we've got those. Oh, one's come off from somewhere. But we'll find that. But I've got some of these because I do like to place in conifer as well. So that's what we're going to do for the lady. Oops, got a bit of glitter in. I was considering placing in a gold poinsettia. I've got a velvet, I've got them in velvet. I haven't opened them. I may just get it here and just see. But these will glitter around the edge. So I may, we'll see. So I'll keep it here with us. And they've got like a ripple effect on it. It's beautiful. And with gold glittered seeds in the center. So they are like that. Aren't they divine? Like a well, I'd say a bit like a mustard effect. But I think, I mean, that is very large. We'll see. We'll see. So, I'm going to start with the peacock feathers because they are the longest. And I want to get those in first. And I'll place the bows in at a later stage. Let's just cut. I may have to pull a few of the spikes off at the bottom. I'll save that because I could use it for something. Let me just take those bits off the side. You can, if you've got a big stem like this, or even smaller ones for smaller flowers, save them, cut the bits off at the side. I've got one there. I can't grip it well. And then you could use it for a flower or something else that you've not got a strong enough stem. So now again, is there a wrong side and a right side? No, so that doesn't matter. So what I want to do with these is bring them down like so, leaning down, and obviously you can manipulate them to slightly come further down. So we're going to put these in. I'm putting quite a bit of glue on. With them being long, I don't want the weight to fall on one end and not have any security. So I'm going to glue these on to the main stem. I think as we go down, I will have to take a few of the needles off at the bottom because I don't want them that long. And then just lean it over slightly like that. Let's have a look. Maybe just bend it a little bit more. That's better. Looks like it's flying. And if you can't, you have health issues with your hands, just get your cutters and just cut a few off at the bottom, however many you need. So I'm going to cut those off. I'm going to measure it with another one. And that's the last one. And then cut these ones off as well. And I'll cut the stem shorter also. And then because we're coming now down, again, I know it sounds repetitive, but for the people who have watched me many a times, that they will know. But if you're a new beginner and you've not watched my videos, I look at when it's a swag as a human body part. The widest part here I class as shoulders. Here, your ribs. And then down here is your waist. So if you remember that, and here in the centre is your neck. So if you remember that there, and you hear me saying, I'm placing it in around the rib cage, then you know where I'm going to be placing it. It's just sometimes easier for people to remember things like that. Now I'm going up at an angle like that. And if you place things at an angle like that, it naturally hangs down. Instead of having to put it in horizontally and then bend it. Oh, I get a bit paranoid because of the glue pan. So that is at our ribs, and then this one is going to be down at our excuse me, our waist. I'm going to cut a few off of here as well because I don't want it really long down there to the point where you can't see it and it looks odd because it's too long. With this one, I'm just going up vertical, but I'm attaching it to the main spine. Oh, coffee. Oh, this irritates me because it hangs, because my shoulders aren't broad. Oh, that's cold, guys. See, I told you I'll waste it. Right. I want to get in some of our flocked cypress leaves. Oh, these are. Right, with these I tend to obviously manipulate the main centre stem and just give it a little bit of a curve so it doesn't look just vertical, and then I rub my hands down it, but to open the leaves or to give them movement. But I will do that above my bin because I don't want the snow to go everywhere. Oops, that one's caught. So as you can see, I've just rubbed it and I'll show you a comparison. Instead of it being like that from the side view, we've got movement. It's not flat like this one on your left. It's got movement, and then when you turn it around, it's not flat on the front. I tend to like to do that just to give it more of a natural look. So we'll cut the leaves down a little on these. Now I'm going to place one of these on the neck, and I'm going to place it just here. And if you feel anything, you've got a spruce around you that it's not holding, just wrap a spruce around like that just to keep it in its place. So let's just open it up. It's very heavily flocked. Some are still stuck together. Oh, if you can hear that noise, guys, it's my cat. I'll just manipulate the stem slightly, give it a little bit of a curve. Now with this one, I'm going on the shoulders, either side. So what you do on one side, do on the opposite side. So I'm going to go where you've got this, I'm going to go just slightly in front. I'm not going to have it sticking out as much. I can just go past that. There we go. So it's going to be like that. So you still get to see the peacock feathers. So if you ever find anywhere the leaves are still sticking together, just gently, push them away from each other, and they should, you know, the stickiness of them should come undone. Just bend it a little. And then I'm going to do one in the same area on this side. Around here, just slightly bend the tip of it over because I want it to give that impression that it's starting to fall downwards, because we are creating that teardrop shape. They are very heavily flocked. And as I come down as well, I cut the stem shorter because it gets thinner as we come down. So now I'm going to go in between these two peacock feathers. And again, I'm bringing it on layer one, because that's what we're doing, is layer one. And slightly bend that as well, so it's coming down. I'm just going to get 2 pieces of spruce at the back and twist them around in 2 separate places, just to keep my swag from moving. So I've just done that, twisted them around there to keep it in place. Let me take this off, guys. Oops, a daisy. So again, we'll go on the opposite side. I tend to twist around my stem in the glue pan. It's just so the glue doesn't hopefully follow me with the strings. Again, just the tip, bend downwards slightly. And I'm going to place one either side on here. Just that's stuck together. And again, as I go downwards, I cut the stem shorter, because it's not, your stem doesn't have far to go to reach the spine. And then this piece as well, I bend downwards. Just near the tip, I'm bending it. think my husband's home. I'm just lifting a few of the pine needles up. Let's see whether I should put one on behind the peacock feather, just to give that pointed effect from, instead of a round effect from the peacock feather, because we want that teardrop shape, and we'll make it slightly longer. Yeah, we'll place one there. So usually the teardrop shape tends to go to a slight point. And then we'll just do that again. I'm not going to cut this stem because I want, well, I may cut it slightly, but not too much. Probably about 1/2 inch. Just manipulate it a little bit. So I'm just lifting up the peacock feather and I'm going vertical with it. Like so. So I don't need no more of those. So I'll place those there. That's good. Right, I want to place, I think, our conifer in next. And I'm still working on layer 1. As you know, guys, the back I call layer 1, around here I call layer 2, and the center I call layer 1. 3. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. So we're still on layer 1. So where you see these cypress leaves, I'm going to place in a conifer. Again, this will give off another different texture. I'll save that one for the bottom. Aha, there it is. Let me just glue this one on. And then we'll do the same in between these two. Just lift it a little so you can still see. And it's got its own movement, and I like that because it gives off quite a bit of volume and adds volume to your arrangement, whether you're using it on the top or at the back. So now I'm going to go in between the peacock feather and the cypress leaf, but still on the layer 1. That's got one missing. Where are they all? No, that one's okay. So I'm going to go directly opposite. And again, I'm still attaching it to the main spine. And once we build it up, you can then start gluing other stems on to your other stems that are placed in. And then again, I'm going to go exactly the same in between the peacock feather and the cypress leaf. Doesn't matter if it's slightly in front of them, I'm balancing it out with the placement of them. Let's just move a few there. Like that. I'm going to place one slightly in front of the peacock feather. So I'm going to cut this stem a little bit shorter because I still want to see the peacock feather, even if it's just the tip of it. Like so. Now, if you wish, you can bring the odd one in the centre around here. So we'll bring on layer 3 around here, pointing it upwards, and so it just hangs down. So I'm going up like that, not in. If that makes sense, guys. I know it may not sound like I'm explaining it very well. And I'm going to go just down here as well. So I've got a little bit there. I could easily place one here, but I've got the bow going here. And I think if I place the bow, it would go over. Yeah. Well, it may look quite nice. Well, we'll not place it right here. Let's put it there. But I won't lean it down as far as they are leaning. I'll just let it stand slightly upright. So then when the bow sits there, it will hover just above our bow. That one's got a leaf missing, so we're not using that one. Right, we've got our pine, tree pine. I may want to bring these two here, like so. Put fluff on it. And again, this is on layer 1 still. So I'm going here, slightly at the back, and just giving it a little curve. Because these are slightly rounded shaped leaf or oval instead of a point, they will give that nice round shape going down as a teardrop. And then we'll do another on the opposite side. And we'll place that one. Let me just bring those forward slightly so they're not sticking out. And then just do the same with that. Again, give that little rounded shape, bend to it. Just push it down a little bit more, like so. Now I may place this one at the bottom. Yeah, I'll place this one right at the bottom. I'm going to place it behind the cypress leaf. Just so it's got, the cypress leaf has got a bit of green, just plain green to bounce from. Now these are all where I've cut them down. So I'm going to go just slightly because this smaller stem, I wanted the smaller stem again so you could just see the tips of your peacock feathers. If you feel that you don't want them there, you can bring them inwards, but I'm going to place them just there. So that one is placed just before the cypress leaf, but I'm going to place this one just here. And we'll do it on the opposite side as well. And then I'll come after this cypress leaf here. So we're just filling in that little bit of a gap. I don't want one there. No, I don't want any more. So I want to attach, before we carry on, our bow. And I'm going to wrap this around. You can either wrap it around the main spine at the back, or you can wrap it around one of these spruce leaves. It's entirely your decision. I'm going to wrap it around, I think, I don't really want to see it at the back, so I'm going to do it around the spruce leaf. So find the nearest spruce to where you want to place it. That one's quite right in the centre, because there's 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to choose the centre one, and I'm going to place that around. I've got pipe cleaners on the back, so I'm just going to wrap the pipe cleaners once I've pulled it tight. I can just around the spruce. Just a couple of times, and then twist it up here. And then just cut some of that off, and then bend the rest in or around the spruce. There we go. Let me just make sure that's central. Yeah, and then I'm going to get the other one. I'm going to do the same thing. Again, as you can see, I've got lilac pipe cleaner, and I'm going to place that at the bottom. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wrap it around one of my spruce leaves. If I just move the others out of the way. Just sit it how I'd like it. And I'm going to go under with the pipe cleaner and cross over underneath, bring it back to the top, cross over again. I like to make sure it's secure. If I can just meet up. Cross over underneath, bring it back to the top, and then twist. I like to twist to about 1 inch, so then I've got enough to on that inch to wrap around again the rest of the spruce, just to give it a little bit of extra support, like so. Just make sure that's out of the way. Again, if you wish to just put a little bit of a ringlet, just curl it under and then just take it as far as you want, and then pull the central part out and it will create that ringlet. I don't want too much. I'm going to do it on these gold as well. If you want, you can use a pen, place it around a pen, or any marker pen if you've got a marker pen, depending on how the thickness you'd like it to be, or just do it in your hands. I think if you did it around a pen, it'd be quite a tight ringlet, like that. So let me do this while I'm here. Again, I'm just wrapping it around. I'm going to take that to the top, grab the center where the dovetail is, and then just pull out. And again, there's your dovetail on the end. Turn that inwards or to the back of the ribbon. Once you've got that in place, and just take it as far as you like, halfway up or all the way up like I'm doing, and pull the dovetail, and you've created a ringlet. I don't want those to be too tight, so I'm going to just bring those where they're small. So that is what we've created. Doesn't that look pretty? That bow is lovely. Right, so now we've got that in, we can work around. So I want to place in our spiky fern and our just a twined fern that I call fiddlehead fern. So we'll place in some of these. I don't know how many I've grabbed. I just grabbed a handful. And I played, these was on bunches and or on a, with about, I don't know, 7, 8 or 9 leaves on, but I took them off and placed them on individually. So now I'm going to place these in between the cypress leaves and the peacock feathers, because I want a different colour, because if I took that away, you see there's not really much for anything to bounce off. So I want something lighter, just to give it that little bit of light colour for things in with it to bounce from. So we're gonna go, just place that there, and we're gonna go like that. And again, what I do on one side, I would do on the opposite. Let me just grab that glue before it drips. Turn it the right way, like that. Again, just allowing it to do that. And I'm going to place it one here and one here as well. just at the top of the shoulders near the neck. But not as high as this cypress leaf. I don't want it to be as tall. Because here the cypress leaf is our highest point. Like so. And then I'm going to go here. I could bring it here. In fact, I will. Next to, I'll put more in than I usually would. So let's just move that tree pine out of the way. So, and I'll place that. Oops, a daisy. Just there. And I'll do the same on here. I think it's right. Let me just get the glue off my fingers. And then I'm going to do one where the cypress leaves are. Again, I'm just slightly cutting this stems shorter now. I'm going down again. Excuse me. And I'm coming in a little bit more as well with these, so they're not sticking out as far as the ones above. Again, because we want to bring it inwards to that V shape. So, cypress leaf. So I think. I think that's in the right place. Let's just have a look. Oh, it needs to come in front of there. That's better. Then again, I'm going to do another after the peacock feathers. Cutting my stem even shorter. Let's do this side first. Again, that's come in further than that one. I've got glue on my fingertips. Now, do I place one? Yeah, I'm going to place one behind. I'm not going to have it as long. There. I don't think any. I may save, but then again I've got the fiddlehead fern. I'll place them on the floor for now. Right, let's use our fiddlehead fern. And now I'm going to start to come in a little bit now. So I'm going around layer 2. You can also fill in the sides, you know, as you go along if you see gaps later. But I just want to start bringing in the layer 2. So that is in front of the peacock feathers and the cypress leaves and things like that. So we're going to bring this one on the shoulders. And this I like for movement because it's got the wispy bits. As you can see, it's in front of the peacock feathers and the spiky fern, etc. And again, what I do on one side with it, I will do on the opposite. Like that. And then I will come around here, the rib cage area. Just get a small stem as we go down. Cut that little piece off. And I'm going just slightly, so it's hanging just slightly above the peacock feathers. I don't want to keep those on show. I do want things in front, otherwise it's going to look slightly odd that there's nothing in front. So I do want things in front. And then I'm going to bring 2 here at the side of this bow, like I have done above. Just cut that one down slightly. So like that. And I'm going to place 1 up above here. On the neck area. So I want movement up above. That's only got 1 swirly bit. I may place 3 up there. Yeah. Place this one with it as well. Like so. So that's our dusted twined fern as well in. Now I've got this purple bay leaves. Now by adding a different colour, you see as you go along that it's bringing it more to life. Again, be careful with when you do this with these, because they do quite easily break off if you're slightly tough with them. I've done it. I'm heavy-handed. I've learnt my lesson. Let's see. I definitely want 2 either side. Because these are quite vibrant, I don't want to be placing lots on the inner side. So I'm not going to place too many on the outer side. But I want to give the colour, a bit of colour, because we've got gold here. So I'm wanting to bring a bit of colour on around layer 2. Just on either side of the neck area. Just turn it. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to put 2 either side where the bow is at the loop is at the bottom. So it looks like then the bow has got its own little frame around it, or you know, boundary or border, should I say. So around the bottom one. And I'm leaning it slightly down again because we are going down. And because the ones that I cut smaller, they can't go around the central point. So if you see what I mean, like that. Doesn't that look pretty? I like purple. I like any colour. I really do. Colour's a joyful thing. So I'm going to bring in between here. I don't want to place it on top of the gold. Again, so I think maybe, because that's slightly in a bit further. Do I? Let me just stand back and have a look. So if I do that, because it's further out, if I show you, that is further out than this, because this is on layer level or layer 3, which is around the center point. This is on around layer 2. So because now then it looks like it's going outwards, to balance that up, in between around here, I'm going to have to bring one at the back. I'm doing it at the back on layer 1. So then it's like, because obviously up here is the widest point. So I'm bringing it further out here, and then it's going inwards. If you get what I mean. Just to balance this area up. So it's going out quite far, and then it's coming into layer 2 down to the bottom. Just because if I took that away again, it's here, then it's going out. And that's not, that's sort of like, to myself, that's my own opinion, it's not pleasing to the eye. You want to keep that balance where these, yes, that's great, they're at the top, but don't go in and then back out on, you know, on a swag. That, again, that's my opinion. Bring it out with it and then back in. So I'm gonna have to place 2 either side. Let me just have a look again. yeah, here. Just to balance it off. Because if I didn't do that, I'd be frustrated every time I'd see it before, you know, the customer fetches it. I'd be a bit annoyed with myself. Let's make sure that's placed in the same area. And again, I've placed them at the back so the gold can bounce off of it. Yeah, so then I'm going to need now another one just here, because now it's coming inwards. Let me just fluff it slightly up. So we're going to have to place one opposite there. So as you can see now, it's more balanced. Yes, they are again at the back, but that is okay. You can still see the tips of them, how wide they are to this one. It's not much wider, you know, maybe an inch or so, but it's going out, and then you can tell it's starting to come in because these are leaning slightly down. So it's going in like that. And that's what you're trying to achieve. So I'm going to have to place one obviously on the opposite side. So let me just turn it to make sure it's in the right position. That's got one. Right, that's all right. And then I could bring that here, but with this one again, it would have to go in further than that. That's here. I can't have really one what's going to sit on the same level, because then it looks like it's squaring it off. So I'm going to have to push that further in. If I can just show you. So it's slightly more in, and it's going down again to that V shape. And I do that. I can just and then these smaller pieces could go around the centre, hence the reason I've chopped these. So I'll hang that onto those, and I'll just place in these ones now. I'll just fluff them up. And I'm placing again the stems vertical. So there you see it's gone in. So let's do the same with this one. Just give it a little bit of a tweak. And I'm going to try and make sure one's not further down than the other. A little bit more up. That's better. So now you can see the purple going downwards. So they're in. Don't they look lovely? I don't know whether to put the gold. I think I'll end up placing the gold in the centre with the purple around it. I think I will place that on the floor. So I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know, because that gold is quite a light gold than the edging on the ribbon. This, it's more of a sparkly gold. This is more like a champagne colour. I don't know. Again, you can cut these. These are also attached to the main stem here, as you see. This piece here and this piece. You can get your cutters, just snip those off. So you've got the movement. Or you can even leave them on if you wish. And you've also got them across here. I tend to leave those on so it's holding that curl, even though I know it's made to stay like that. But now you see you've got more movement. But you can chop like the curl off here with 3 leaves. There's 3 leaves here for that curl and then 3 leaves here for this curl. So you could chop little bits off. So we'll hang on. I'm going to place in. Do I place these in today? I may not even put them in. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps behind the purple. So let's get those in behind the purple bay leaves. So the purple's got something pretty behind it to bounce away from it, you know, from it. Something soft, with that being so vibrant, something nice and soft. Do that the opposite side. Sorry about my head, guys. I'll cut the stem short on here. About there. And I'm a true believer of, if you've got something vibrant like this, again, sorry about my head, just place a foliage behind it. It doesn't have to be, you know, what I'm placing in. You know, place one in of your own choice. And, you know, just so then that colour, that vibrant colour has got something behind it to, you know, bounce off of it and bring it alive, so to speak. Even if it's not coming out as far, you can still see it behind. And it makes it more pleasing than just being bare. And then 2 at the top. Again, not going higher than the cypress leaves. I don't want to do that. And then 1. Does that go in there? That's in the wrong place. Oops, a daisy. Sorry guys, I've placed that in the wrong place. So that goes there. That's here. A little bit further down. Like so. So there we have that. I love it when customers say, I'll leave it to your discretion. Oh, I go wild sometimes. But, well, I do ask the customers, do they, you know, what sort of style they like. If they say traditional, then I don't go whimsical or anything like that. You know, I do communicate with the owner, or with the customer, should I say. Right, I want this in the middle. I'm going to cut it there. I don't save paperback ones. So with this, I'm not going to go, because it's quite, I've left it fairly long. With this, I'm going to go up, and then once I've gone up, I'm going to bend the front of it outward. So I've created an L shape like that, because I've left it quite long, because I don't know, you know, we're going to see how long or how far I want it to stand outwards. So and plus it can go all the way up the stem, so it's okay, it's not going to do any harm. So I'm going to go vertical with this. As you can see, I'm bending it. You can just place, instead of having the petals flat, just near the end, just place your finger underneath and bend it over just to give movement in the petals. You can also do that. Gives off a nice little effect. I think that goes there. And then you've got like 3 in the centre to form the triangular position. Let's just have a look. Now, is that too down? And I don't think it looks quite central. I think it needs lifting slightly. Because if you look, it's too close to the bottom. I don't know if you can see, too close to the bottom ribbon, and it's left a big gap there. I want it central in between both ribbons or bows. So I'm going to pull it out. Oops, it's took one of my pine needles out. I have to find where that was. Let's have a look. It's very hard to find the pine needles. Oh, is that it? Oh, I found it. Oh my goodness. Oh, where's it gone again? Oh my goodness, where have I should have kept my finger on it. Oh no. Oh my goodness, I've lost where it was. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's good. So I'm going to remove the glue on here. It's paperback, so now I've ripped the glue off. It's started to peel off. So I'm going to tidy that up. I'm going to get a bit of my floral tape. I'm going with the same colour of what it is here, which is brown. If I can grab it. I'm going to place a bit of glue on it to start off with so it doesn't peel off. So we'll start there where it's just above where it started to peel. And I'm going to double up. Not that it needs it, but that's just me. I just like to double up. Then go right to the top. Well, not to the top, but where I started. Place a bit more glue on the stem. I've left a little piece here. Placing a bit of glue on before I wrap this little last final piece around it, which will secure the floral tape. So I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to go further up. So where do we want it? About there. So if I just, right, I can see the gap where I want to enter with the stem. I'm putting quite a bit of glue on, with it being a long stem, and the weight will be at the bottom. So then that's got sort of a similar gap between them both. I just slightly bend it up a little bit more. Let's just have a look. Yep. So that is now our poinsettia in. Now I could place a few of these. The reason is I don't want purple space, gold space. I need something in between here. So I could have movement with those and obviously some greenery. I'm not sure about, do I put 3 golds in the centre and then a bit of this birch around it? I may do that. Let's just have a look. Always just check before you make your decision. So 1, 2. You know what? I think I'd like one up here because it's just green up here. Sit there. And then a bit of, let's see, I'm just trying it out. A bit of movement around the centre before I make my final decision. Oh, I hope it sits. Lean it on something. And then I'd want one here. to the side. I'm just checking where the position, I've just positioned it. So that's at the side. Hi, Hun.
Hello.
And then I'm going to place 2 more down at the bottom where the bottom hydrangea is as well. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to show you once I've got these in. Is that a smaller one so it's not as long? Yeah. Right, I'm not going to place any more in because we've got our baubles and things like that. I'm not going to put the peacocks in, guys, the other peacock feathers. I don't want too much gold because we've got our baubles as well, or our Christmas ornaments. Now, if I just show you that, I don't want those. Now, that's how I've done it. I've placed where you've got 3 of those and your main flower there. You may think, oh, well, why don't I put another one of those up there? But I wanted to see 3. And plus, because it's, if I place another one of those up there, with them being really big, I mean, they're bigger than my hand. So they will, that will look odd just sat above there on its own, to the point where I'm going to have to put foliage around the back of it so something's supporting it at the back. Oh, my cat's come alive. Why does he always stick his body in the air? Nobody wants to see your body. Come away, out of the way. So, and then I've got the purple, even though it's a different tone purple, but place those around the hydrangeas. And then that has got gold, purple. And then you've got gold, purple, you know. So I'm not just doing gold on gold, you know, purple on purple. I'm trying to alternate the colours so it's balancing, and then it's more pleasing to the eye instead of seeing too much purple with purple, or vice versa. So hence the reason I wanted just a little bit. I do have, again, the rest of these little ones here. I could place one here in the centre, just behind that gold, so it doesn't look odd. And then I've got another one I could bring down here as well. But I don't really want, if I'm honest, or I could, if I wish, place these 2 others just in here. So there's a bit of purple glitter with the big poinsettia. So again, that balance out. Then we've also got these that I want to place in, but these are going to go on level or layer 1 at the back. I don't want no more purple now in the centre. So these would have to go at the back. And because I've got 3 of each, I would place one of these there, maybe the other one there, and then the other cut out one around the bottom. And then the other 3, well, I'd probably use 2 of the others, centre part around here at the edge. And then I do with these gold ones, I'd probably bring, because there's purple here, I need to bring a little bit of gold back up here to balance this area out as well. So again, I'm not going to use these peacocks. Not today. And then as well, we've also got, we could use bits of these for our filler and just place a few in there to give that finishing touch there. And again, I said I may not use the pine, the mountain pine, but we'll have a look. Oops, We'll have a look and see if we need any of that, just placing in as well. But other than that, we may not need it. So I'm going to place in these purple birch. Just here. And then I'm going to work my way with the hydrangeas as well while I'm up here. Just push it in a little bit more. I don't want it too far. And then we'll do the hydrangeas as we go along. Oh, my cat's starting. So there's the hydrangea. And then another purple. Just remember where you placed your first purple birch and what it is in front of. Again, to balance. Now I've got the conifer here, and this purple birch is leaning over in front of this conifer. So I'm going to place that as well, just slightly in front of the conifer. I've got this little one that I've had, I said I want to place in the center. So we're going to do that while we're up at the top. So that's going behind the hydrangea. So then now we move on to the midsection, and we will do exactly the same. Whoops. Place this in the center, like so. Now the birch is, if I move that, well, basically touching the side of these petals. So we'll place that, and it's in front of the conifer because there's conifer behind that one as well, just here. So, oops. We'll place that there. And then we'll do the same with this one. Let me just, the conifer's there, so I'll just bring that one. Oops. There. I have to sort the ribbon out after, guys. I've got it the wrong way around. So like that. And then we're going down to this one, and it's just in front of the peacock feather. So again, if you just try to remember where it's positioned, talk to yourself, I do, many times. Well, we'll place these in a moment as well. So it's just hanging there. And again, there. So I'll place these two in what was at the side of the main poinsettia that I placed them. And I'm going to stick those on to one of the spruce. So let me turn it around, guys. I'm hopeless on this side. Let me do it again. Or in fact, I'll stick it onto the leaf of the poinsettia at the back. And I'll do the same with that one. Oops, I've just pulled that one out. Sorry, guys. Just place that one back. There, so I'm going to put this one at the bottom. Oh guys, when I analysed the video yesterday, I could hear Marley purring. I don't know if you could. He's doing it now, so you may hear him. Oh, don't headbutt me. They're in. Then. Yes. Just. Oh, he's come again and it's not even time for his food. So that's how we've got, oh, coffee. See, I told you my husband likes to bring me a coffee. Don't show your body to the world. So again, because we've got the gold here, the purple, sorry, let's get it right. We need to balance. Oh, I've just gone and ripped that. So let's just see which colour I'm going to place. Let's take one of these out. No, it's got to be the gold, not the purple. My apologies. So I'm pulling them out. I don't want that. It's got, because there's a lot of gold around the purple, guys, around the top, as you can see, and there's only that gold there. So I want something purple. Look at those close up. Aren't they lovely? So because there's purple, 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 and so on, purple, we need to break all that up and just one gold. So up here, I need a gold on either side. No, Marley, to break. I can't see where it's going, guys, but if you get what I mean, to break up all of that purple. So that's what I need to do there. I may bring around here, if I can just find a place to get that in. One here to break up these around it as well. And just grab another one. Oh, I may not even put the purple ones in. And this is on the second level. So it's around here somewhere, guys. Excuse me if it's unbalanced, but I just want to try and show you. So that's around there. And then we've got two more. Take these off of the paperback stem. Two more where the purple all is down here. There's a lot of purple again down here. Break that up and place these in as well. So that is what you can do. You don't have to use, that's better. It's more balanced. Let me just cut that off. It's more balanced. Do I need purple in? Maybe. What are you doing? Don't eat stems, you naughty boy. You're not that hungry. Oh, he's so greedy, guys. Linda, are your cats like that? He will eat anything. I accidentally dropped a piece of cake yesterday. He ran over to it and he ate it. And he shouldn't eat cake. He's so greedy. It's unbelievable. I may place just where this gold is here at the back. If I can just squeeze it in. Just maybe to break that up around there. I don't think I need one. And I could put one at the back there. Just slightly hiding, but not really too much on show. If that looks... I don't think I really need any more. I could place in between here a purple, but of a different texture. And then one, I can't see. And this is behind the peacock, because with it having a lot of purple in the front, I'm going to hide it slightly and give it a bit of depth. So, and I don't think I'd need that one. And then there's just that one up above there. So because we've got that texture, so then I'd swap that, alternate, and place that one up there. So let's just have a look. Yeah. Yes, that's more pleasing, more balanced. So I'm not going to place any more of those in. And then I'm going to then start adding a little bit of filler foliage. So let's get these in. And again, these Christmas ornaments or baubles, I don't want too many, you know, especially around where there's a lot of purple. I don't want too many on show. So I'm hiding them at the back. Oh, I thought he was eating my foliage then. The one at the top I'm hiding at the back. Now this one I will slightly bring in front of the peacock feather because it's gold. Again. Oh, let me just replace that. And then we'll just do that one. Again, just in front these side ones here of the peacock feather. Did I place those in? No. Let's get these ones in as well. So these are going to be sitting on the shoulder area. Just around where the purple birch is. Just gonna I will turn it around, guys, sorry. Just place this one in. So around where the purple birch is. So it's like that. Place those in. So now these will go in between the two purple. Oops, a daisy. Again, I will bring these forward. Again, we're going in. This may have come out, but it's just because it's loose. But we are taking now them in to create that V as well. So and here's the purple, the gold So I'm bringing this slightly in a little bit more, not much, so it's just slightly going in, well, or subtly going in, because we do want to see them. So as you can see, top, and then it comes down. So I'm going to have to turn it just so I can do this side. I can't remember where I got to. Yeah, just cut that slightly. And again, I'm having them nearer to the back. I don't want them up front too much. That's that here. And then this one at the bottom. Just behind. There. A little bit down. I've pushed it a little bit too far up. That's better. So now they're all in. Let me just get rid of this glitter. Come on, move. Good boy. Get rid of that. Right, now we've got our ivy. Again, I don't think I'm going to place these in, guys. Oh, if I can pull them out. Oh, I don't know. Every time I put those in, we may have to, because there's a few little gaps. I can see where the peacock feather is above here, where the shoulders are. Something's needed. Something a little bit fuller. I don't need a lot really. Just in front of the cypress leaf. Around the peacock feather here as well. Again, I'm pushing it further in. Do I need one? There. I'm just trying this out just to see. I haven't decided yet. Lift that a little. Yeah, I'm going to place those in. I'm going to place those in. If you can see where I've placed them all, and it's all around the edge, because around here was quite empty. If I remove it, you'll see was a bit bare there. So we're going to place those in, and it's just going to go there to just fill up that little area there. And there's some at the top here as well. If I put my thumb there where it's going, and then I won't forget. I think that's right. Yeah. Gosh, that's good. And then one, so just under the purple bows, baubles or Christmas ornaments as well. There's a little gap there. And we need something there as well. Again, filling it up. And in the centre, I'm going to put the ivy. I don't want the mountain pine going in the centre, because it is quite chunky and I don't want it, you know, taking over and hiding the hydrangea, or, you know, covering over where the poinsettia is either. Last one. So it's just above the bauble. Push it in a little bit more. Right, so they're all in. Coffee. So I'm going to be placing in, because as you can see there's a little gap there, so I need to break that up. I need a little bit of foliage. I don't want a colour of any sort, it's just a tiny little bit of foliage, and also just to bring it out a little bit so it doesn't look like you've got a hole underneath. So just place a little bit there, and then that will fill and give that a bit of, you know, volume there as well. And you can do this wherever you feel that there may be a little hole. Again, I feel here and here, so I want to place a little bit there. And then obviously at the opposite side to that. So I want a little bit here. Just to fill that little gap. And then there's one underneath the poinsettia. I can see a gap. Because the pine needles are set quite far back, so bring the foliage forward to meet up with your arrangement. So let's have a look. I may want one there as well. Just, yeah. Again, balance, all about balance. Now behind the purple here, especially this side, there's about 2-inch gap there. There's nothing underneath this mountain pine, so I'm going to fill that little bit up with, I've got different sizes here, so even if it's just a smaller piece of the ivy like so, because we're going further down, then I'll use the smaller piece instead of bigger ones what are going to be in the way, because we've gone thinner and inwards towards the bottom, so I would use just a smaller piece just to fill that little area. And same on the opposite side as well. I'd use a smaller leaf just to see around here. Like that. Now let's see at the top. Now at the top, where you've got your 3 bay leaves, in between, because the bay leaves look like you've got them in a row. So I'm going to break that up. I'm going to use slightly bigger leaves to break them up. I've got the big, oh, there's one. Just to break it up from looking like we've got a row of bay leaves. Again, to balance it out, I'm giving it volume as well. So I'm going to go in between each bay leaf, and I'm going to point the ivy slightly downwards, so it's there, covering that area from looking like we've got a line. And then it breaks it up. And let's just see. And I'm going to put 2 then. Just there, so we've got some around. And then I'm going to place 2 under the purple bauble. I don't want to overfill it now, because it's getting to the point where if I'm going to keep placing things in, I'm going to make it where you can't see anything. So let's just have a look before I decide. Take those out. So I'm just going to put those 2 in here, and then that's it. As you can see, just here, because when I take that away, there's a gap here. So I'm just going to put these 2 sides in. I can see a gap there as well. And then we'll do that the opposite side. Let's just check that's in the right place. Where's that one? Can't get that one in. Oh, there we go. No, that's not stuck. So let's just get this one into there. It's better. just curl that up a little bit more. And that is it. I'm not going to add anything else, guys, because then I'm just going to overload it and it's not going to do nothing for it. I just wanted to place in some foliage around the centre. What are you doing? Around the centre, just to fill it up instead of it looking like we've got holes. Right, so there we have it, guys. That's our project done today for our customer who wanted gold and purples, and left it to my discretion to do whatever I feel would look nice. So it may have been a long video again, guys, but again, doesn't matter whether it's for a customer or for a display. I like to make sure it's done correctly from top to bottom. I don't like anything, what do they call it? I know over here in the UK where it's bodge job, where, move out the way, where, or half a job, that's it, half a job man. Where they only do a little bit of it properly and the rest not, and I don't like that. My husband doesn't like that. Oh, what have I got here? Oh, I haven't glued this in. I thought there was, crikey. See, that's a good job. I looked at the back. So yes, I don't like jobs that aren't done correctly. I bet you was all screaming down the screen at me then, guys, knowing earlier on. Has it come through? No, that's good. So yes, so the video may have been long again, but you know, at the end of the day, I want to show you wonderful people, you know, how to do it. Take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush. Even with customers, you know, I make sure that I've got, I mean, it doesn't take me this, you know, this amount of time when I'm doing it without the video, but that's irrelevant. I do like to make sure, you know, I don't rush too much. There's some people, you know, will just go stick. Now I have to stand back, come back in, look at it, try it before I glue it in, things like that. And that's the time that, you know, goes on. But I'd rather do it like that. Then I know I'm doing it right, and I know, you know, everything's glued, well, everything's glued in. Again, if it weren't for me standing here, and then I just looked and saw the stem stuck out. So yeah, don't just check the front, check the back as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It's a wonderful colour. I do like purple and silver, but you know, purple and gold is fabulous. Fabulous colour together. Let's just bend that in the correct position. There we go. So yeah, so if you want to give it a go, guys, in purples and golds or any other colour with a gold, and you want to do a swag, you know, again, remember your neck, shoulders, ribs, waist. So if you place something with your foliage at the back, some at your neck, some to start with at your shoulders, then your waist, then obviously your ribs, then your waist. So once you've got those first few in, then you work with other foliage on the back in between what you've just created, your boundary and your shape. So, or your line, your linear. And that's what you're doing when you start. So I always suggest when you do swags, do the neck, shoulders, ribs and the waist. There's your border, your linear, your line or boundary, whichever people call it. There's your starting point. And then you work with that shape. And that should help. So again, give it a go. And if you have a go, again, don't rush, guys. It's a wonderful thing to do. Enjoy and, savor every moment of it and doing it. Whether it takes you 2 days, because obviously some people work and other jobs and they have to go out, come back, and then they may do it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I always let customers know, I always say, if I'm doing something like this, some people may say, can you have it done by today? No. Come back in 3 days and it will be done. That's if I haven't got anything else in the way. My customers come in a list, first come, first served, and that's how I do it. So, and that's not being horrible to the others who've just popped in and said, can I have it by tomorrow? It's not. It's a case of it's respect, and towards the customer. Whomever came first, say like last week, well, I will get theirs done first before the customer who came in today. So, but because I've caught up with all my work, I didn't have a problem doing this for the lady. I asked her if I could do it on one of my videos, and she said gladly, she'd be honoured. So hence the reason we're doing it. But I have got some wreaths that I've had an order done as well today for Christmas, but they came today. This lady's came yesterday. So hence the reason we've done it today. So again, have a fabulous day, guys. Please subscribe, share and like. And again, in any colour you wish to do it, but enjoy it and have a fabulous time doing it. And be proud of yourselves, and don't doubt yourselves. Be proud. You're doing wonderful. You've got a wonderful creative mind, and just enjoy. It's the best job you can have in the world. So I won't be here tomorrow because obviously I've got orders I've got to do, tomorrow, or start tomorrow. And so I hope you have a wonderful weekend, guys. And, keep crafting and creating wonderful and beautiful arrangements. And I'll see you on Monday. So I've got the choir concert on Saturday in the church that I went to when I was a child. And I'm looking forward to that. And my sister's coming as well. And my son. So, again, please subscribe, share and like, to everybody. I'd be much, and truly grateful. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless, good health, and take care, guys. I love you all, and keep your comments coming. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's see if we can get this in, guys. La la la. Right, there's the velvet bow. Oops, a daisy. With the hydrangeas here. The ivy. It's not the variegated. It's just the plain. And a lovely sparkly bay leaf. And the sparkly bauble or Christmas ornament. Our fiddlehead fern or dusted twined fern. Our beautiful bay leaf. Now, not bay leaf, birch leaf. Now, guys, I didn't buy them this colour. I sprayed them that colour. I just thought I'd let you know in case you start wondering where I got them from. I didn't. I sprayed them. And then our wonderful peacock, metallic peacock feathers. And then our sage leaves. Our spiky fern. Our dust, oh my good gracious me, flocked cypress leaves, our conifer, our tree pine. What else did I use, guys? Oh, and our gold Look at those with the little bits on. Baubles or Christmas ornaments. And the other Christmas ornaments that I used, or baubles, got like a ridge on them. So that's them there as well. And then our mountain pine and our beautiful, beautiful from Lily Jade's poinsettia as well. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a go and have fun. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now. Bye.